Welcome back, Zip Nation. The lights are shining bright on Season 8, and the air is thick with that mix of hope and nerves that you only get on opening day. And I tell you what, Akron's coming off its best stretch in our history with 4 straight bowl appearances, 3 of them victories, a MAC title, and now we have a fan base that's starting to believe this little program might just be something a little bit bigger. But this year brings change. Those old coordinators who have been with us all 7 seasons, thick and thin, well, they have moved on to greener pastures. And our O-line, after a great graduating class, it's looking a little thin. The new faces are going to have to grow up fast, though. But I tell you what, we still have Vincent Landry, the golden arm, the arm of Akron. He's back under center, steady as a heartbeat, and that gives these Zips a chance in every single fight. And fight they're going to need, because first up, it is the mountain itself, the defending national champions, the one we are aiming to take down and become the replacement of in the state of Ohio, the Ohio State University Buckeyes. And we're going to have a tall order in front of us. And nobody thinks Akron can do it, but maybe, just maybe, this is the season where respect is earned. We break into that top 25 for the first time in our history, and dreams start to break through that noise. And I tell you what, right now, with Coach Eric Taylor, the road to glory starts right here, and we're going to take on number 1 Ohio State. We have our team ready to go for Season 8. Look at this. We are ranked number 44 to start this season. Right off the bat, we are the 19th offensive talent team in the nation, 35th in defensive talent. There's not a lot of depth, but we do have some really good players. The goals that our boosters have set out for us: win against Ohio, Navy, or Syracuse, get 11 plus defensive interceptions over the season. We're counting on that defense. Beat Ball State, hold Buffalo, Kent State, or Troy to 105 rushing yards or fewer, and then win against either Ohio State, that's hopeful, UMass, or Navy. So one of our non-conference games. And I know, looking at these numbers here, I have hope. Outside of Ohio State, there is no reason we couldn't potentially run the table, break into that top 25, like we said, maybe get another MAC title game, make ourselves into a bigger bowl game. Who knows? We've got a chance. So when we look at our depth chart here, we have, like I said, Vincent Landry coming back as a redshirt sophomore, the guy who's going back to Ohio State after winning huge things, getting first-team all-freshman quarterback, getting all MAC conference QB of the year in the MAC, freshman of the year, player of the year. He's ready to go. He's gunning for it. We also have at running back a couple guys who have some experience. 14 games last year. Rankin, 14 games last year. So these are guys that they've grown up. They're growing up with us, our running backs. We got some talent there with 3 88s. At wide receiver, tight end, still a little thin, but look, for once in a long time, look at these freshmen. 2 freshmen ready to go. They're going to step up for us as we need them down the line. Offensive lines where we're thin. Don't have a lot of blocking. That's a struggle. It's going to be tough. But our defensive line as well, not the strongest, but we play a 3-4. And you look at our linebackers, there's a lot more depth at linebacker. And our corners are ready to be shutting people down, as well as in the safeties. Rex Holland is ready to go. He has been a 3-year starter for us, and he is ready to just light things up and start setting the tone back there from the back. I'm excited for this season. I think we've got something good brewing, and I want to see what we can do against Ohio State. So our offensive focus, we are actually going to focus on quick passing because we're going to have to pass, I'm guessing. They are a quick pass-heavy air raid team there. They do have a sophomore 100 rated wide receiver. So I don't know what we're going to do against him, but we're going to try, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to give our best. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Well, we might lose on the scoreboard, but we won't when it comes to our hearts. So we have I forgot, we have our new coordinators going up here. So Marcus Foreman, first time doing anything, we're bringing him in, and because we match up with balance run first, here we are. We are a 10 offensive play calling. Nicholas Ross, again, first time doing anything. We're taking a chance on these guys. He's a 3-4 guy also. He likes man. We like zone. But we get to where we need to be, which is at 10 overall, which is the best we can do on legendary. So I am hopeful that those guys are going to be able to step in. And look at this. We're not that horrible. Only 20-point underdogs going into Ohio State, where we have lost by quite a bit. We lost by 44. Then we only lost by 35. Let's see if we can reduce that. 2 years ago, we lost by 35. We're going to see if we can make that even better and maybe lose by 34. That's our goal. So we are going to start by watching this game so we can see what we have, see if a miracle happens. I wouldn't expect it, but we are going to try to receive. And we didn't win the toss, but they're going to kick off to us anyways. And let's start with a pass. Look at that. Vincent Landry, this guy's wanting to prove himself. He didn't throw the ball, but he ran away, probably fearing for his life since he has no blocking. And he was able to pick up 9 yards. But then he finds Lacani for 23 yards. You know what? Let's go ahead and start chewing the clock. Never mind. We just lost a yard. But then we put the ball back in Vincent Landry's hands, and there he goes. Raymond Kidd is found over the middle. 11-yard pass. We will not try the play action deep. Well, yeah, we will. Nope. Didn't work. Curl flats gets us there. Lacani, 13 yards. We've already picked up some stuff. Let's try an outside stretch play. That one gets stuffed right at the line as well. Lost 2 yards. Get a little closer. We are in field goal range. 3rd and 6. And we get a touchdown to Raymond Kidd. Vincent Landry has just marched down his old stomping grounds, showing he should have been given a chance. This deafening 100,000 crowd means nothing to Vincent Landry, showing his moxie. Apparently it gets to Ahmed Matthews because our kicker just missed a point after attempt. Not a good start, but that's okay. We're feeling good. And we're going to milk the clock for all we can to nothing else. Keep the score as low as possible. 3rd and 23. Look at that. We sacked him. Keegan Bott. And then he misses. And after 2 possessions, they missed a field goal. 9 minutes into this game, we were up 6-0 on the road. Let's see what we can do now. Let's run that ball as long as we can. 3rd and 2. We're going to try an option play here. Triple option. 3rd and 2. It doesn't work. We are going to have to punt the ball away. If we were on the 45 to 50, maybe we go for it. But we're going to have to punt. We got to play smart. Play a little cautious. They're probably going to march right back down the field on us. Trevor Bowens with a 13-yard pass. Keegan Bott runs for 4. Braden Lockett. Wait a second. Oh, that's why the name looks familiar. That's the guy I looked up. Look at that. 100 overall. He was the number 1 overall recruit, number 1 wide receiver. His route running's insane. And then we look at his potential and everything else. He started as a high school overall 91. Came in that freshman year already improved, and now he's going to be ridiculous. Look at all these accolades he got last year. Freshman of the year, everything else. We could edit and make him bad. That wouldn't be right. Hey, but there we go. Keegan Bott is sacked by Reagan Mack again at 2nd and 15, and then he scrambles away, only picks up a few yards, 3rd and 12, and we hold him. 4th and 12 at the 27. This time they do get the field goal, but we'll take it because at the quarter we are up 6-3 on Ohio State. We're going to go for it right here. We're going to take a deep shot at him. Probably should have known better, but there we go. Keep it short. Michael Lacani, 13-yard pass from Vincent Landry. The running game is not working for us at all. That's not a good sign. But we picked up 6 yards there. Another pass to tight end. A little RPO is probably not the best. We're going to line up. We can't audible because of the crowd noise. Oh, but it works anyways. Levi Edmonds picks it up. Let's keep moving that ball. We don't want quick scores. We want to take our time in scoring in this game if at all possible. We'll take the quick scores, but look at this. Edmonds from Landry. Oh, we are so close. I don't like that since they're already reading what we've got. Let's try. Let's find what's going to be good here. I like the drive. We got our running back out to the flats. We got our tight ends going over the middle. This is a good one. Oh, it doesn't work. And we missed the field goal. Matthews is an 80 accuracy kicker. And he's not hitting anything. 3rd and 5, Keegan Bott. Oh, he scrambles. He's scrambling for a lot against us. And there they get it. They're back into the red zone. And this time I don't think they're going to be denied, and they are not. That is a shame. I thought we had something going there. Let's try the flanker curl. Oh, there we go. Charles Miles, 18-yard pass. We are trying to keep their... Oh, there we go. Miles again, a 37-yard pass from Vincent Landry. Our goal is to keep them off. Oh, we don't quite get it because 20-yard pass from Vincent Landry. I still had chew clock on at the half. That's coach's blunder right there. Forgot what we were doing. We were in the first half, and I wasn't even thinking anything of it. That's my guy. That's on me, guys. That's on me, team. And now we just probably screwed ourselves up. That was our chance. Scoring right before half, and now we're down 24-6. All right. Well, let's see what we can get going. A little inside zone doesn't work. Our running game is just non-existent against these guys. Their line's so much better than our line. It's not even we don't have a shot at them. But if we play this well against Ohio State, who's to say we can't? What? We're capable of so much more. Here, let's just auto manage the clock. What we probably should have been doing earlier whenever I've got the ball back. Okay, 2nd and 4. The power option works. 9-yard rush. 2nd and 11. We've got to try to throw the ball. A little smash digs. Man, Landry is doing fantastic. Give him the ball. He can't get in there, though. So a little short pass, quick slants over the middle, and it works. Lacani, 6-yard pass from Landry. Let's go for 2. It does not work. We're down 15. Can the defense show up? Oh, we get an interception. Terrence Webb. 8.5 minutes left. The RPO doesn't get us anywhere. We are going to be throwing the ball because that's what's working for us. Take a deep shot. See if it works. Doesn't work. 3rd and 10. We do find Michael Malone. Little curl combo doesn't work. Draw to keep them on their toes doesn't work either. The middle passes have been doing really well. The tight end under especially, but that time it's a little too much to ask. They know what's coming because they know it's working against them. I know moral victories. Coaches like to say there's no such thing, but you know what? That's a moral victory for us. We held them to 30. It was an 18-point game. We were in it at the half. If it wasn't for my stupid error on the clock, who knows what would have happened, because we were moving the ball. 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, 18 of 25 passing, sacked only once. We're going to run the ball better against better teams. Defensively, I'm okay with how we did. We kept them off the ball. We look at this. Mack got 2 sacks. Redshirt senior ready to go. Daly as a junior. Bryce getting a sack, a sophomore. That's a good game to kick off our season, even if it is a loss. So with that being said, we're going to hope we get out of this without any injuries because we got hammered with that a couple times over the last couple of years. And if that's the case, we will hopefully now see ourselves doing pretty well. Okay, so we do have a new injury. It's a minor one, so that's okay. And it's in a position that we can afford it a little bit. We have set a new team record with offensive talent, and we're about to unleash that offensive talent on the MAC. When we look at the defenses that they have, nobody's up to an 80 defense until we get to Navy, which is a non-conference team. Syracuse is, Ohio is, and that's it. So our offense could go wild this season. So I don't know if we'll come back for the Ball State game. It depends on how both teams are doing. We might wait until we get to one of these later games, depending on how the season's playing out. But we got to find out if this is our year or not. I'm excited for it. So let's jump ahead and see what Akron's got in store. Okay, we are back. We are at 3-1. We have won the last 3 games. I tell you, Western Michigan gave us a scare. We got off to a really slow start, but then we picked up the pace offensively against UMass and our rival Ball State. And now we're going up against 4-0 Buffalo, who's leading the other division in the MAC. So I thought, what better one to come back against there? So we're ranked 35th overall in the standings. They're ranked 54th. Ohio, we have way down at the end of the season. This is the other 5-star prestige school outside of UMass who is having a down season. We were able to beat them after losing to them in the MAC championship game last season. So hopefully this is something that we're going to be able, a big one for us, a chance to win. We've got a few minor injuries, nothing major. We're going to focus on the quick passing again. That seems to be the best thing. And look at this. There are passing yards, opponents per game. They are shutting teams down. They are also running the ball really well. So we're going to try to stop the run. We're going to lock that in and see what can happen. You can see where we are at 27 points per game. We throw out the Ohio State game. We've been doing okay. Opponents' points per game, again, throughout that game, we're doing really well. Yards per game, we're not living up to our talent as far as that goes. Defensively, we are, especially when you get rid of the Ohio State game. So we are 8.5-point favorites in this one. We are, unfortunately, only beat them twice so far, lost to them 5 times, but we won the last time we faced them last year, 31-16, early in the season. Hopefully we can get that thing going and we can keep that running here with this one. It's going to be a lot, though, for us, and we're going to have to see the defense step up. They've been doing well, but they've also had a lot of bending. And if our passing game is not clicking, we are going to be in trouble because our running game is not what we rely on anymore like we used to because the offensive line is not there. We held them to a field goal. That's good news. Start off with a little RPO, and let's just go at them. Let's take a deep shot, see if we can find Lacani or somebody. Oh, we find Raymond Kidd instead. The check down option, and then we get sacked, unfortunately. And now we got to go deep. Doesn't work, but the field possession game, maybe we can get something going here. And we do get the ball back, but way back at our own 26. But we get 15 of it right back with Leonard Hartley receiving the pass. So let's try running the ball with him. 7 yards, a little quick slant, gets to Levi Edmonds for 11. Raymond Kidd, 15 yards. Our tight ends are actually being used here. 2nd and 2. We have a little bit there. Landry doesn't get in. We're going to try the read option at 3rd and 2. And that works. Landry keeps it himself. We're on the 10-yard line. Getting to the 4, and Mark Rankin 4-yard run get us the lead 7-3. This is an early season. I mean, this could be a MAC title game potentially, but to make sure we get to that title game, we need to win this game. Lacani with a 13-yard pass there, incomplete this time. The tight end drag does work. Lance Bott, that's a new name for us, picking up that reception. Vincent Landry scrambling for 10 yards. Let's give it to him. Oh, 2-yard rush doesn't quite get there, so we give it to our halfback. Mark Rankin takes it in for the 1-yard run. And we are up 14-3 in the second quarter. Let's see what the defense does. And the defense is locking things down. We're going to try to pass the ball a little bit here. Oh, no, interception. Landry gets picked off by Jack Barber. And now they take that momentum right into the end zone. So that's not what we wanted to see there. And unfortunately, we have another 3 and out. And they are taking the ball right down back at us. But they turn the ball over on downs, gives us a shot. Leonard Hartley with a 15-yard rush. We call a little timeout. 2 yards is not going to cut it. Neither is no yards. Let's try our tight end under. That seems to be one we like. And that's why Raymond Kidd with an 8-yard pass gets it done. 2nd and 6 at the 38. That is not quite where we need it to be for a field goal. But now we're in range at the 26, 1st and 10. Now on the 13, 1st and 10, a little run. 7 yards. We still have another timeout. We could try running the ball again. And we fumble it. Oh, what a shocking disappointment. So instead of going up as maybe as 11, only up 4 going into the half. That's a big disappointment. Levi Edmonds on the quick run around. Landry keeps it that time. The sweep play doesn't work. Play action does to Lacani, our man. Oh, what a gut punch at the end of the half there. To fumble it as well. We have not had a lot of fumbles this season. But now the running backs look determined to prove themselves. There we go. QB sneak. Fumble again. Oh, my. Coach Taylor knows what we've got to do drills on in the next week. Ball security. Goodness. All right, let's try this again. 2nd and 4. There we go. Maybe we just pass the ball down the field because... Oh, that's not going to work. Defense is doing way more work than they should be. We should have a much bigger lead at the moment. But the offense getting down there and then blowing it twice. There we go. Please. Okay, throw the ball. That's right. 2nd and goal. We're on the 9. Throw it again. 3rd and goal. Doesn't get there. Let's just take the points. At least we're up a touchdown now. 4th quarter, 3 and out. Now we're going to switch to chewing the clock. We already have the ball at midfield. Now we're on their half. A little play action pass gets us 16 yards to the tight end. We're going to try the ISO right up the gut on him. Doesn't work. But Lacani gets it. We do not need to do a deep attack. We are trying to crush the clock. We're already in field goal range. Let's make sure we do that. The bubble screen doesn't work. Or actually it does, 6 yards. And Eli Blunt, this time not fumbling the ball, gets us in there. We're up 2 touchdowns with 3.5 minutes left. The defense is going to shut things down. And with that, if we can get one more first down, we don't get it yet. They have the 2-minute time. 3rd and 15, 4th and 7, turnover on downs. Let's take the knee and let's get out of this game. So that is a big win for us. We put up a lot of yards. Should have had 2 more touchdowns out of that one. That's disappointing, actually. Landry, not the best of games, but the running backs did okay. And our defense was looking very, very stellar. Look at this. Our redshirt junior linebacker with 2 tackles for losses and 2 passes defended. Gilliam, 2 sacks, a sack from Daly, and a pass defended from our junior linebacker. These linebackers are looking good for the future. And that defense is clamping down on the MAC. So let's go ahead and hopefully we will keep continuing to get win after win after win. And we will see this Akron team live up to its dreams and its potentials. Maybe break into that top 25. Speaking of which, here we go. Number 23 in the nation, our first time getting there. We have 2 recovered from injury. Oh, are we going to get... We get our first recruits. We have Dylan Hillman, a wide receiver out of North Carolina, C potential. I don't want to go less than a C. He's very durable, which is appealing to me, so he's going to be solid. And another wide receiver who is a gem, B+ out of McClure, Ohio, overlooked as a 2-star. This guy's going to be very good for us, I think. So awesome week for us. And that means we are, for the first time, are ranked in this program's history. And now if we can keep things going, who knows what might lay ahead. But there's only one way to find out. So let's advance on and march on and continue this dream season and make it fulfilled. And maybe, just maybe, get into the talk for that college football playoff. We are ready for what might be the matchup of the season. After squeaking by 38-33 against Syracuse, we were actually up quite a bit until the last 2 drives. They got a few more points, but we were up by a good 2.5, 3 scores. The game that was shocking was Western Kentucky. We only allowed 20 points against Western Kentucky and 212 yards, despite, look at this, 6 interceptions from our guy Vincent Landry. Don't know what was going on, but they could not move the ball against us, and that just shows the defense has been there. I've always thought if we can get into the 20s, we'll win. Every game this season, that's been the case, except for Ohio State and Syracuse are the only 2 that broke 30 against us, or even above 21. So that's awesome. So that's our goal. See if we can shut down our in-state rival, Ohio, who was up there near the rankings until I think they just lost, I guess, last week. They did to UMass because they were ranked 23rd. We were ranked 20th. Now we're 19th. Ohio's chomping at the bit to get right back in it, and we are going to hope we can get there. Now, we just picked up this guy here, a B+ wide receiver, 70 overall, and a B+ defensive lineman, 63 overall, 2 3-stars. I'm excited for both of those players. But let's see. This is going to be holding this season in its hands, so they are really good at stopping the run. We're going to focus again on quick passing. Landry apparently needs a little bit more practice. And we're going to try to limit their passing because we're going to hopefully get ahead and have to clamp down on that. Unfortunately, we do have a few major injuries on our team, which is cause for concern. And 2 of those were just new ones as well. In the offensive line with Hansen, which we're already thin at. And I mean, we have nobody back there. And then over there in the linebacker position, which one of our main guys, our top starter, is out. Not the worst because we know Daly can do things. These guys are all kind of there, so it's not as bad as some of the other team players we could have lost. Now, in this, we're 3.5-point favorites. We've won the last 4 after they won the first 3. That's always nerve-wracking. So they have not necessarily been blowouts. The last one was, but 2 totally different teams here. This is a rivalry game. It's in-state. Both of us looking to emerge as the premier Ohio team behind Ohio State until we can knock them off. And we are on our way to do just that potentially. So let's jump into this game. This is it. College football playoff spot on the line here, because if we win this, we keep our dream alive to get to the MAC title game and maybe, just maybe, win that and get into the playoff spots. There's only one way to do that, though, and that is by starting with this game. So we are on the road. Luckily, they have only 8,600 people, and it's a negligible home field advantage. Hopefully, our defense can lock in, and they're right off the bat already did it. And that's what we want to see. Moving the ball down the field. We need a big game from Landry this time around. He's struggled the last couple, so we need him to show up. 42-yard field goal is not going to be enough. And that is not how we wanted to start the game. We did with the 3 and out, but now it's already, again, Landry just some struggles. He's not doing what, and I think part of that, or I think a lot of that, is the offensive line is probably not giving him the time that he could use. The one good thing is although he's a mock first-round pick, he's leaning towards returning to school. So I'm hoping that's the case. 7-3. We're on the board at least. We've got to have some more stops, and that's not going to help. 33-yard pass to get to the 1-yard line, and now they're up 13-3. We need to respond rather quickly as well if we can. Let's go with our tight end under. The bread and butter doesn't work. The slants do get us there. 1st and 10. We have 9 minutes left. There's no reason to rush, so we're going to try the lead option. That gets us 4 yards. Another 7 on a run. 2nd and 10. That he passes deflected. Again, 3rd and 10. We get nothing. We have to settle for a field goal. That's keeping them in the game, and we do not want that. We need to get the lead, and then we need to stomp the life out of them by not letting them get back in it. Let's try the tight end under at 4th and 5. Oh, we went for it, and we failed, and then they capitalized to get to 26. We were at a good spot. I thought that was the time to go for it. Apparently it was not. But we are struggling to get the ball moving. We need to get some points here before the time is up. 2nd and 5, we're there. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line, 1:12 left. Let's try a little stretch play. Oh, it doesn't get us anywhere. The hitches don't work. 3rd and goal on the 4-yard line. We can't. Oh, man. Let's try an option run. Read option. There we go. Eli Blunt with a 4-yard run. Gets us within a touchdown. And we hold them going into the half down 20-13. So we have to do, the offense has to do their part. They're leaving the defense out to dry. And this time the defense is getting beaten. That is not what we want to see. Yeah, they are clamped down on us. This is where we need our man, Vincent Landry. We had such high hopes. You've got to lead this team. There we go, moving the ball now a little bit. Let's take a deep shot at him. 2nd and 8. There we go. Jose Gilbert, not a deep shot, 8 yards, but the check down worked. Got us the first down, but now we have run into the trouble we always do. Let's try to catch him off guard at 3rd and 10 with a triple option. It worked. Landry with the 12-yard run. 2nd and 7, 3rd and 3. Okay, we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And we get it in there. Lacani catches it on 11-yard pass from Vincent Landry, 27-20. And the defense pulls out the interception. Kyler Daly, that's the linebacker we said we need. He's been able to do it all off and on all season for us. 2nd and 8, we're not going to do the jet sweep, that's for sure. I want a power O. Oh, 3rd and 6, it's not going to get there. Oh. Short pass through the slants. There we go. 6-yard pass on the 3-yard line. Mark Rankin with the 3-yard pass from Vincent Landry, and we've got the tied up with 11:05 left in the game. That's where the defense showed up. All right, play action pass doesn't get us what we need. 2nd and 10. There we go. We're on the 41-yard line, moving the ball to the 30. Now let's keep it on the ground just a little bit, and let's start to see if we can chew some of that clock up. 3rd and 6. Oh, no. 4th and 6. We do get the field goal. 3-point game. What are they doing? They're at 2nd and 1 on the 28. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. 1st and goal. And they get the... Oh, we got to go back. We had a good return. That's the only good thing that we had out of that. 2nd and 7 doesn't get us anywhere. 3rd and 7, we are struggling. And we have to punt the ball back. Can we get the ball back in time? Okay, 2:08. This is what we brought you in for, son. Can you make something happen? Let's try the deep shot. Go for it. Right off the bat. There we go. Jose Gilbert. 17-yard pass. We need a touchdown. 1st and 10 isn't going to get it for us there. Let's try the tight end under. Moving it there. Landry has to scramble for 15 yards. We're at minute 39. Let's keep this thing moving. Inside cross. 1st and 10 doesn't get us anything. Short slants over the middle. Doesn't work either. The fake screen wheel doesn't work. And here we are. We're down to 4th and 10. I don't like that. Let's try the drive. Oh, and it doesn't work. It is deflected. And what a brutal, crushing loss that is. Mr. Landry couldn't get it done. 24 of 50. Absolutely atrocious. The defense did what they could, but backs against the wall way too many times. Came up with two big interceptions for us, but we just could not get the ball where we needed to. The running game wasn't too bad. We just fell behind a little too much too early. And Landry with a major disappointment there. We get our linebacker back. We're now dropped to being unranked. Let's see what we get as far as these recruits go. Many of these we weren't really in the running for, so this is not a surprise that we're not getting any of these. So that one we were in for. This is one we were trying to steal. Didn't work. That is a heartbreaking loss. What does that do to the standings? We are now behind them in the standings. They have the tiebreaker. We're probably going to miss out. They're ranked number 22nd, and we're going to miss out on the MAC title game now unless something interesting happens. Oh, that's disappointing. Well, let's finish out this season, see what we've got. Well, by a miracle, Ohio blew it against Western Kentucky. We get into the MAC championship game. We're going up against Syracuse again. We are ranked 22nd in the nation. This is our big opportunity. We also have a 4-star quarterback, the number 15 quarterback overall, coming to us. He wanted to go to us from the beginning. We were able to win this one out. That's an awesome recruit for us because Landry, at most, we have him for one more year, my bet. If he stays after this year, after his redshirt junior year, I can't see him staying anymore. So let's go into this. And we are going to focus on our quick passing. Again, we need to because that's been a struggle for us off and on this season. We do have our tight end back. We also have some injuries, unfortunately, but we did get Kidd back at tight end. We also have Gross back at linebacker. So, and we have, that was it. Hartley took an injury. We are going to swap him out. Not completely, but Rankin's going to be our number 1 guy now, followed by Hartley. Blunt's going to be there in third. We're going to remove this and just make him a standard one at the moment and see what we've got with these guys down here because this is a guy who has potential to be something special for us down the road, especially with his route running abilities. Reed Madden could be something for us. But Blunt, I mean, look at that. 5.2 yards a carry, 9 touchdowns on 60 carries. He's a goal line machine for us, apparently. And we're going to see what we've got here. It's going to be tough. We've won this game before. We lost it last season. We won it a few years ago. So we're 1-1 against it. We are 2-0 against Syracuse, but both of them, we won by 3, then by 5. They have been close games. Not a team to be underestimated. We are 5.5-point favorites, but it's going to take a stellar game plan from the coaches to pull this thing off for Akron. So we kick off to them. It is at home field advantage for us a little bit, which is good news, except we just gave a 51-yard pass play to Warren Hyde. Luckily, we stopped them on the next one, deflected the next one, but then 13-yard pass to the 1-yard line, and they get it in. That's not how we wanted to start this game off. Let's see if we can get a running game going. And we get nothing going until Raymond Kidd back in the lineup, 25 yards. We have missed you, sir. Until Landry decides to throw an interception. He has been interception prone this year, and that is a little concerning. But a fumble is picked up. It gets us back into things. And now let's see what we can do with it. A little outside run. Nothing is what we can do. So now the goal is to get a little bit closer. We are within field goal range, I believe. We're going to take the field goal, get the points on the board. There were earlier this season a couple times I almost cost us a game by getting a little too aggressive. And so I think in this one we need to make sure we take the points while we can. And see, they just went and got those right back. But I would rather make sure we have those points on the board instead of falling down 2 scores like we could have. But the defense needs to stand up at this point because our offense is having some trouble getting clicking. Triple option might break things open. It doesn't, though. 2nd and 9, we do get it to Mark Rankin through the air. Raymond Kidd showing back up there. A little play action pass on 2nd and 9 does nothing except frustrate. Levi Edmonds with a 10-yard pass on that one. 2nd 11. Coach, I know you're new to the team, but man, we are struggling to find a rhythm with you, sir. This coordinator has not found that rhythm. Again, a lot of it probably comes down to the offensive line. Charles Miles there, 30-yard pass from Vincent Landry, and it is tied up at 10. Can the defense step up and buy us the time that we need to get ourselves into a position offensively? Just get us something going. And the punt doesn't even do very much there. And right before the half, they do pick up a field goal. Could have been worse. Let's try the play action power read. Doesn't do a thing. Triple option does break through 10 yards for us, though. I don't want to settle. I want to pick up a field goal if we possibly can. Oh, and interception instead. They pick up another field goal. Worst possible outcome for us there. We do get the ball back at the half, which is the good news. But we need to get something going. If we don't get something going, we are in some big trouble here. The power read does work. Maybe keeping the ball on the ground is going to be what we have to do. 4th and 2, we do power it through with Leonard Hartley getting just what he needs. 2nd and 5. Now we've got a little bit of a rhythm. We're going to try that stretch play to the outside. Gets us nothing, and we have to settle for the field goal. Field goals galore in this game. But that is not going to be good enough, especially as Syracuse comes knocking. They pick up a touchdown. They're up 10. And our dream of a playoff spot taken away from us by Tommy Douglas, returning that ball 52 yards on an interception. They missed the field goal. Gives us a little bit of hope. We need to get back to a up-tempo play call. And that does nothing for us. Oh, there we go. Charles Miles, 95-yard touchdown return. We are within a touchdown. Can we get the ball back? We do get it back. Let's be a little cautious with this one. Oh, we need something, sir. 2nd and 11 gets us there. 16-yard pass. Oh, this is it. This is it. It's going to be this drive or nothing. 1st and 10. Let's do the fullback dive. Doesn't get us anything. 2nd and 10. We are now at the 1-yard line. What about the fullback dive this time? There we go. Hartley picks up the yard he needs. We are a minute 49. 31 yards to go. The season is on the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. We have 3 timeouts. We don't need to rush this. There we go. Leonard Hartley catches him off guard with a 14-yard rush. Keep the ball on the ground for right now. No. Now we don't. Slants middle. There we go. Levi Edmonds with the 8-yard pass. Reception from Landry, and we are up 1 with 26 seconds to go. They have 3 timeouts. 1st and 10. They picked up 10 yards. Then they picked up 9. All they need is a field goal. They're at their own 44. There is 1 timeout left. They are at the 43 of ours with 11 seconds left. Oh, boy. Here we go. 1st and 10. They're at the 30. They're going for the field goal, and they get it. 47-yard field goal. 1 second left. Hail Mary. It doesn't work. Oh, that's a gut-wrencher. Landry with 3 interceptions. He's just couldn't pull it off. The running game was not there. Kudos to the defense. Hats off to you. You did what you could, and you slowed them down, held them to 47-yard field goal. We were so close. That turnover at the end of the first half where they picked up that field goal was the absolute worst. So where do we end up? We fall out. We could have ended up right in this area here, I think. Navy who we beat ends up getting the automatic qualifier spot. Or no, yeah, we beat them. That's so disappointing. We do get the Fenway Bowl against Miami. Okay, we get to really test ourselves here. Hopefully it's going to be something good. That is a heartbreaker. It was a classic, but a heartbreaker nonetheless. And now he's going to be minor injured for the bowl game. We do get recovered now that we don't need you. We get another quarterback, another good quarterback. Okay, well, it's time for that bowl game to see what's going to happen. We are ready for the award ceremony. So let's see. I'm going to guess we're not going to have any up there. We have Iowa State with their running back. Army at 6-6, their quarterback. 3,900 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Didn't run the ball at all. That's an interesting one. Number 5, Alabama. We've got a quarterback, running back from Notre Dame, and a quarterback from Notre Dame. Nobody from Ohio State, thankfully. And the Heisman winner is the quarterback from Army. Let's see what we got, if anything. Vincent Landry, second team MAC All-American quarterback. First team All-American for Michael Lacani. Second team, first team lineman. Second team kicker, punter. First team defensive lineman. First team linebacker, a junior. A sophomore. Our linebackers did great. And then a couple safeties. So not too bad overall. I'm pretty pleased with what we've got there. We did not win any kind of coach of the year either. So overall, I like where we're at. We had a successful season that way. So now we're going to see what we can do as far as the bowl game goes. And we are going up against a 6-6 Miami team. We are 10-3. We are seeing what we can do here. We've got our recruiting board not going our way there. We did get a C- potential guy there. So let's go ahead and add this. We have one more pitch remaining. Actually, he is way too far out. Let's use it on this guy who's not. It's a kicker, though. We don't need to go after him. So I guess we'll go after the tight end. See what happens. We're probably not going to get them, but we do have 12 commitments already, so we're not too shabby. We should pick up another one or two, is what I'm thinking. So let's make sure our depth chart looks good. It should be set up. Linebacker, we're a little hurt over here. I do think we're going to move him down slightly and see what we've got. So let's set our practice focus. We get to go up against the Fenway Bowl and against Miami. The offense, we're going to, again, work on our quick passing, and we are going to focus on, I guess, stopping the run because they do like to run the ball. Ooh, this is a big one for us. So we met all of our goals except for if we can get 3 interceptions, we'll meet that one and get our $5 million bonus. But either way, we're doing quite well in this season. We're looking for win number 11. We are 4.5-point favorites. We did lose this to Virginia Tech by 3 a few seasons ago. And we've never played Miami. They are a team that can score and they can play defense. They're a solid team overall, but man, they did not. Their record's just horrible. But Coach Taylor here, half the age of their coach, and we're going to see what we can put together. Hopefully a winning start. We've been on a roll in these, so we're going to skip see Miami wins the toss. They're going to kick off to us, and we're going to start by running the ball. There we go. Mark Rankin, 14 yards, a little quick pass for 7 to Levi Edmonds. Stretch play again. Let's go with the fullback dive strong. I like that one at 3rd and 1. Oh, we get stopped. 4th and 2. Let's be aggressive. Oh, no. When we 1 yard, we're stopped, and we gave the ball, but we held them, so the defense did stand firm, and then we threw an interception. Mr. Landry, that is not what we needed. And now we're down 10-0 really quickly. So already messed up a few early on, so we're going to see if we can get something rolling here. There we go. Now we're moving the ball down the field. 2nd and 12. Now we're 3rd and 9, and we get nothing. A field goal gets us 3 back. So if our defense they had a chance to breathe there a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. 1st and 10, 2nd, 3rd and 14, and they get a 30-yard pass to the 2-yard line. 4th and goal. We have a goal line stand to hold them to a field goal. That one is a proud moment for the defense, only for the offense to go 3 and out and give the defense nothing to fall back on. We're pushing them back slightly, and they just come right back down, and they're getting those goal. 4th and goal. We stop them again at the goal line. That's good to see. We're going to try a deep shot right off the bat. Doesn't work. Can't say I'm surprised at the moment because things are not going our way until Lacani is found by Landry for 15 yards. There we go. A little play action trying to keep them on their toes. Doesn't work. 3rd and 8 doesn't work, and we have to punt it away. And they are going to get down the field, and they're going to score probably again. Nope, they don't. They missed the field goal. We have 3 timeouts. We're going to go pass the ball. We've got to try to pass it down the field. First and 10, Hail Mary. Let's see. Oh! And we get a field goal right there, 16-6. Not too bad. Down 10 at the half. Defense is showing up. We got to get the offense going somehow. And right now it is struggling. So we're going to try some slants, 3rd and 6. That works. Pierce Hayes is found at 2nd and 12. Oh, but there we go. Michael Lacani, 27-yard pass. Landry's making it happen on that one, only to be stopped yet again. So we're going back to short passes. It does not work. Let's try our tight end under at 3rd and 11. Doesn't work. 35-yard field goal. We've got it down to a touchdown. So if the defense, 3rd and 10, 3 and out right off the bat, there's hope. And then Fabian Moses with a 46-yard pass from Vincent Landry. Play action pass gets us up there. Lacani, 14 more yards. Mark Rankin runs. 2nd and 4 doesn't get there. So let's try running the ball, and it works. Leonard Hartley, 1st and goal. We're going to try a little bubble screen out wide, and it works. Levi Edmonds, we just tied it up 16-16. The momentum has shifted. 3rd and 14, 4th and 14, getting the ball back, trying to move the ball down the field. There we go. Lacani with a 16-yard pass. Let's go with another pass. Try the stick. 2nd and 5, outside zone gets us there. Eli Blunt with 6-yard rush. I'm excited. The fact that we don't have much of a running game this year, in next season, I would expect that to be much better. There we go. Leonard Hartley with a 15-yard run, and we've just scored again. Unanswered points. We stop them. 4th and 12, 2nd and 9, 3rd and 8, and we get there. Pierce Hayes, 16-yard pass. We're not going to do that fake flip. It does not seem to work for us. Apparently the slants don't either. Oh, tight end Raymond Kidd, 45-yard pass, and we're on the 5-yard line, on the 3-yard line. Let's try this fullback dive from there, and we don't get it, but we're up 10 points. We will gladly take that because the defense has been firm lately. 3rd and 12, 4th and 12, and we get the ball back. Let's turn this into a chew clock and throw an interception. Lovely. And there they go. 3 points. All right, let's see if we can get the ball down the field, keep it out of their hands. 2nd and 5, there we go. Lacani with 12-yard pass, 3.5 minutes remaining. We get nowhere on the runs. We really need to improve our running game. Tight end under gets us to within a yard. Miami has to call their first timeout. 3rd and 1, there we go. Leonard Hartley breaks through. 2nd timeout is called. Keeping it on the ball. There's their 3rd timeout. We are 5 seconds away from we're going to try to pass it. It does work. Lacani, 14-yard pass. QB Neal is all we need. All she wrote. 26-23. We win the Fenway Bowl to go to 11 wins, knocking off Miami. How about that? Landry with a 300-yard passing game. Sacked only once, 2 interceptions. Doesn't look great. But our running game, again, not very good. Michael Lacani, we will miss you, sir. What a way to finish. 144 yards, 8 receptions. Well done. And Akron is moving on up, and we will hopefully see us move up in this offseason. So let's get ahead to see who wins the championship this year. Well, Ohio State did make the national championship game again, but this time they lost in a classic to Alabama, who ended up 14-1, winning the national title game. We're happy with where we finished. 27th, a new high for us. Got another bowl win. 11-3, 8-1 in the conference. 14th offense, 35th ranked defense. Points per game really showed up. The defense, the yards, everything showed back up. Our AD loves us. He only wants us to win 7 games. Our fan base is up to an A in passion. Coach integrity, we kept everything. Things are looking good going into this offseason. So hopefully we will see some good news here with the coach carousel. We get 2 upgrades, and so we've already got there, so we're going to upgrade our offense. At least go towards that, I guess, to max out as much. And we get a new badge. So we already have a couple developers. We can do athlete recruiter, skill play miracle worker for injuries being shorter. Some recruiters, our linebacker developer. We're going to focus on developing. I really just like the development stuff going on. We got a lot for greatly exceeding expectations. Young coach bonus still. Offensive coordinator gains 2 points. Now, because we already have 10 in synergy, we can't really do much there. We're going to go with 1 training, 1 recruiting. And we have developer and professor. We could do more offensive line developing our QB and get us even better. All offensive line get +2 pass blocking in games. I feel like that's not much. The increase in development would probably be better. So why don't we do a QB developer? Well done. Now let's check out the defense. He's only 39 and 41. This was their first years for them doing that. So that's really good news. And we're going to do the same thing for this guy, and we're going to give him a recruiting bonus. Because, again, due to synergy, we're already maxed out on the legendary difficulty where we can get to. So I'm happy with where that is, and hopefully we keep everybody and we don't lose them as we go into this offseason. So we've got our team lock, coach lock, everything's looking good there. We're not going to have to worry about that. We are done renegotiating. Who wants us? Air Force, South Carolina after a 1-11 record. Missouri, Pittsburgh won a bowl. Purdue, Boise State. 0-12 Colorado State at 1 star. Wow. And then Eastern Michigan with only 20 in their facilities. So our school is up to 27. We've done a lot to improve it. And we're going to continue to work. We're getting closer and closer to breaking through here. We're going to retain. Well, let's see here. Anybody out there who's just amazing? We want balanced. Here is one out of Southern Miss. What's he got? All skill players get +1 vision, wide receiver, beast mode, running backs gain +4, and goal line. And he's professor like what we have. He's better at training, but we're going to stay loyal. Marcus, let's keep you on. And we're going to do the same for defense. I'm going to be loyal. I like what we have, and why would we ditch them after that? So we've got that maxed up really nicely. And we're going to keep them. So I'm happy with that. Now let's take a look at our players leaving. We've got graduation, 5th round expected for Rex Holland. Lots of graduates. Don't see anybody leaving early. That means Vincent Landry is staying with us. That's good news for us. We've got $10 million and almost $11 million in NIL money. The only $100,000 that got taken was a kicker. We gave him $100,000. He jumped 2,000 points for that. He was like, "Yes, sir, I will be all about that." Because nobody else was offering the kicker any money. But we know how valuable the kickers are. And if he ends up outperforming our other guys, he'll just replace them over time. So we're going to see what we've got as far as transferring. 6 potential transfers. Okay. We got to go through our positions. Quarterback, it's going to be Vincent Landry. Daniel Waller, he'll be there. I mean, unfortunately, his IQ is fantastic and everything about him is great, except he's just not as good as Landry. So we do have got 2 young guys. I mean, they're 3rd overall. We got these high school guys coming in. We're not going to pay $2 million for these guys. My own, yeah. Are we in need of spots? No, we don't have that many scholarships being used. Running backs are looking thin. We have lots of potential, but young, young, young. So that's a little concerning. Got 2 sophomores. These guys, you will play. Don't worry, guys. You will play. Again, we went back to our potential. We may try to put tight end, get potential, not the best, but we're starting to build back up where we'll be able to replace them. Our offensive linemen that are returning are looking solid. I like what we've got going here. Young with potential. We'll have some 80s for sure. Our kicker. Defensive line. Oh, that's looking rough. Yeah, we need to definitely figure out what we're going to do here. So we've got 2 guys. What do we got? 900,000 or 40%. 1 million or 40%. Oh, we don't have anybody else back there that can play. We got to keep 40% and sophomore, junior, freshman. We'll pay you 900,000. We'll keep you. We've got to. Now it's going to be interesting, though. The offseason recruiting is going to be a challenge. So let's see if we have anybody drafted first, and then it's going to be up to, I'll dive into that offseason recruiting, see what we've got. Did we have anybody drafted? We did have somebody drafted in the 4th round, above his projection, Rex Holland, who was with us his whole time. He was a 2-star recruit. Played in 2 games his freshman year, which he ended up redshirting. Big-time player for us after that. That's awesome to see. And when you see his attributes, he came in as a 64 overall, B potential, and then look where he ends up. Star player for us. That's the kind of stuff I really like to see, where we're growing those players. Hall of Fame, nobody for us. Ring of Honor, nobody for us. All-time record book, nobody for us. So we are out of luck there. Okay, so let's dive into the offseason recruiting, and then we'll catch back up whenever that's done to see what we're at the end of this offseason. And it is signing day, so let's see what we've got. This is one we didn't have the money to compete with, so he goes off to UConn. He was a redshirt junior, so for 1 year it wasn't worth spending that. This is another one that's linebacker. Same thing. We decided to let him go as well. This is one we were taking a shot at. A freshman, 80 overall wide receiver, and we did bring him in. That's really good. Cornerback is a spot that we were really shallow in. Running back, defensive line, and cornerbacks were the must-haves. Oh, we just lost out him to the Raging Cajuns. We spent $1 million on him and barely missed out 127. That would have been a huge win for us from Alabama. This is a running back, 104 speed as a sophomore. We spent the rest of our NIL money on him, and we just missed 41 points. I thought that was a win for us. Okay, defensive line is another one we needed, and we just missed out by 96 points on this one. These are all guys I thought we were going to get. This is one we're not going to get. We went for the other guy instead. Okay, defensive line, we do pick up one there. Okay, that's a must need. This one we're not going to get. This is one I don't think we have it. Oh, we do! By 12 points, we nicked him away. Penn State coming over. He's another very good running back. So that's something we desperately needed to add. And now we have our linebacker. We picked him up. We might get this defensive lineman, and we do. So we've got a couple defensive linemen. We could really use a cornerback, but I don't think we're going to get any of these. Unfortunately, I thought we had a shot at several of them. We do get a tight end there. We are thin on tight end as always. Offensive line, we went for this high school recruit. We didn't get him. Running back, doesn't matter if we get him anymore. Defensive line, this is another one we needed. We did get him. He's got potential as a transfer. Another defensive lineman we're able to pick up, a transfer coming from Marshall. Tight end, not so much. Offensive line, we did make a move for him. We got him, and then we got a linebacker and a cornerback. Not exactly what we were hoping for to get in these, but they never offered him a deal, it looks like. So that's why we were able to bring him in. And we've got, again, potential. It's gonna be tough. This we've got some weak spots. Over time, we're gonna get better. Let's see where we rank. Where do they have us at? 102nd. We wouldn't expect anything else because we find diamonds in the rough and we turn them into something amazing. Hopefully we can continue to do that. So we're still a 5-star prestige school. We did jump quite a bit up towards that 6-star prestige, which is what we desperately need to get. We will max out that NIL money again, resolve our coaching staff debt, and that leaves us with $36 million. So let's cover our maintenance first before we do anything else. That's going to take a good chunk out of it since we are getting better and better. We need to move conferences. And we still have 19 million. So let's put 2 million into each one and see if anything is close after that. Can we up anything? We can not up that one. Nope. College life, no. And we can get marketing, which would give us nothing for our academics. Can't. So let's up our marketing. Level 3. That gives us F plus home proximity grade for faraway recruits. But NIL offers have a 4% bonus for recruiting points per dollar. That could have won us a couple of those recruits. And prestige game per year are given a 1% bonus. So we get more prestige now, which is also going to be very helpful to us. We can definitely use that, even if it's only 1%. And we get a 5+5 poll vote bonus for team rankings. So that's good as well. Let's add another million in there, and then the rest we will put into our facilities, which the facilities now we're 20 million away from going up to level 9. That is still quite a bit away, but our off-season development is a huge part of what we do at this school and in this program. So I like where we're at. Let's check our booster updates. And then where we're at in the realignment moves, nothing has been lost. That's good. I'm a little worried some of those are going to retire at some point. That has me nervous. As far as our realignment goes, we're not there yet, but we are one of the top 3 teams in the MAC. We really need to separate ourselves, get up to that level 6 prestige. We're getting ever closer to doing it. And now that we have the marketing boost, that should potentially help us do that. So we're still a couple of years away from the realignment, but that's good because we can potentially build up our team to make them better and able to compete when we move there. So we're out of conference schedule. We do need to, okay. So Ohio State wants to schedule us again. We could potentially still do that. We are getting better. FC Northwest, we will not do this. Do we have any? We've cleared all of our commitments. We don't want to do anything that's going to crush us to have a shot at the FBS. We could go after Navy, get a home and home here for American Conference. How was Navy last year? 10-4, ranked 21. They are similar to us. So that's someone that we could beat potentially and make us look better in the process. What was Air Force? 8-5. Maybe we go after Air Force. The MAC conference itself is not that good. Kentucky is an even split. They were rough last year, ranked 90th. Ohio State would give us $7.5 million payout for 1 home, 2 away. What are our other options? Home and home for $3 million from Texas. Alabama, Washington, Wisconsin. I think Wake. Let's do a home and home against Wake, who was 31st, a team that's comparable to us. Gives us a chance to start strong, get us a non-conference decent one on the schedule, and let's get ready for that. And then with that, we are going to advance the year and see what we've got going on here right before we wrap this thing up. All right, we are going to look at our off-season games before we wrap this season up because that's one that I know we want to see. We're not going to bother with red shirts position changes at the moment. I don't think anybody out here is going to be that much better somewhere else for us. Oh man, our running backs they are hurting. Our offensive line is going to be a whole lot better though. Defensive line, not what we were wanting. Linebackers, oh, we have 77 defensive line here. 73 at cornerback. Where are we at cornerback? We could use a 73 cornerback. Let's move him. He's a sophomore, or he's a senior walk-on. Let's put him at cornerback. That gives us a much better fourth corner. As far as safety goes, we have a way better corner there, but we need him at safety. Jamari Kaufman. No one else is going to be worth changing there as far as that goes. Cornerback, we could move him over to corner and then swap him with Kaufman, who is, he's an 84 as a safety. We're just going to leave him there. Everybody else is looking good there. Let's make one more check to make sure we have a 76. No, we need to keep the 80 guys there. No one else is going to be doing anything there. We need the linebackers more than the linemen actually in this setup, since we do play the 3-4. I do like where our offensive line is. They're going to be very good next year, and they're young. And look at all this potential coming through. That's great. Now, this is the big one. Let's see the offseason gains, and then we will wrap this episode up. Hopefully, we will see good news for us, and this is what we're hoping to find. Because if we can get some big gains, that is where we make our move. And it's the best way to try to compete, because recruiting, we're still losing. I'm hoping that NIL bonus we're going to get from the marketing is going to help us down the road. It's not much of a bonus, but every little bit helps. And if we can get into a new conference, we get more money coming in. So let's check out our gains. Vincent Landry is up to 94 overall. Look at that arm strength, 99, 93 accuracy, 109 in IQ. And he's got a good backup. So if he goes down, we're not too worried. Some of our young ones, our two freshmen, already looking very good. They're going to be redshirting as well, so that's good news. And then that's good for our future, because I have a feeling Landry's going to leave, and these two guys are already, especially here, our field general, they can already step in as sophomores, our redshirt freshmen potentially. Running back is where we were kind of nervous. Wyatt Morrison, Reed Madden, and then the rest are not very good. That's disappointing. The only good thing is look at the youth. No one's going to be leaving us next year. Everybody's got B- or better potential outside of here a C. So that's good news. Wide receiver, we've got 3 in the 80s. Again, we are going back to the youth movement. Tight end actually is not bad and has some depth for us. This guy, not very good. Offensive line, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 80s. That's what we were wanting to see, and only one senior out of those. The rest are going to get better and better. The kicker gained 5. He's an 86. Defensive line, that's going to be rough for us. Linebackers behind them are looking good. Cornerbacks are okay. Lots of seniors, though. That's a little worrisome, and we don't have much depth there. So cornerbacks are going to be something we really need to find this season, not just in the high school recruits, but from transfers as well. Same with safeties. We're getting thinner and thinner, but at least we have some depth at safety. So that's where we are, and that brings us to the spring season. And with that, we're going to wrap this episode up. I want to thank you for joining me on this one. Come back next week for the next one. I'm going to try to get them out every week again. Now things are going well, and see if we can make Akron into the Ohio Power. I thank each of one of you for tuning into this. So take care until next time, and we'll see you on that next episode.